Today we're going to be discussing Trias. Now this is a very interesting project which is aiming for the mass scalability for enterprise level applications and with the intent of catering for the decentralized software as a service niche, or DSaaS for short. Now before breaking down what Trias is and what it does, I did want to make a quick mention that this is not a sponsored review, but that I do like the project and I am going to be investing in the sale. DYOR as always, guys. So what is Trias? Well, Trias is creating a native application compatible smart contract execution platform. It's also making a development framework and a collaborative system. Now this is aiming to define a new generation of public chain systems with all platform support. Now in this sense, all platform support means Internet of Things, PC, mobile, etc. Trias will be scalable up to 100,000 transactions per second as it is using a DAG structure. Now DAGs have the advantage of being super fast and maintaining a high throughput capacity. Trias will be resistant also to 90% attacks and will enable trusted off-chain data collection and multi-party collaboration with zero data exchanging. The potential use cases for the kind of technology that Trias is developing is aimed particularly at industries and enterprises, those, for example, with very large requirements in terms of transaction volume, something like electric grids, for example, or financial markets or e-commerce, but also important but lower volume applications like agriculture or forestry. There are three key pieces which make up their tech. The first is the global trusted computing platform, which they are calling Leviathan. The second is a software development framework, which they are naming Prometh. And the third is the smart contract platform and token ecosystem, which they are calling Carta. Now let's get started with unpacking what these are. Leviathan. Now this brings together trusted execution environments with the heterogeneous consensus graph algorithm, which is aiming to create an architecture similar to what we see with like Hashgraph, for example, or what we might see with other prominent DAGs. Now this structure allows Trias to identify misbehaving nodes very quickly, while at the same time taking away the dependency on any single technology provider, such as Intel's SGX. The Gossip Protocol will be working on the small world theory, bringing down the rate of redundant verifications, while at the same time maintaining the ability to provide a scalable ledger. The second part is Prometh. Now this combines formal verifications and DevSecOps methodologies. Now that means that they will work to make a security as code culture with the aim of having ongoing, flexible collaboration between engineers and security teams. And all of this with the intent of ensuring that any piece of software only implements the intended behaviors. And now on to the third piece of the Trias architecture puzzle, Carta. Now Carta is a consensus-oriented programming paradigm designed for high-order enterprise dApps with the specific design to allow those dApps to implement their ledger structure and also to be able to choose their strategy to reward contributors to that computing infrastructure of software components. Now to break it down even farther, we see all of these different pieces coming together in different ways in order to form a multi-level approach. First, we have the Carta application layer. Now this is the decentralized platform which is built on the basis of the next 5 underlaying layers. Now this enables users to actually use the existing software services and to be able to easily combine specific applications. Then we have the MAG Carta contract layer. This is where smart contracts live. This is where token rewards live, the consensus algorithm, and of course the distributed algorithms all coming together into a new application development language, followed by the Prometheus service layer. Now this is a universal service component with strong compatibility to assist in enterprise level DSaaS for things like supply chains. And then we have the Prometheus construction layer. Now this is a tool for traceability. In addition, there will be the Leviathan ledger layer. Now this helps adopt a pluggable operation framework and to call different consensus algorithms for compatibility, as well as the upgradability and sustainability of the ecosystem. At present, we have Ethereum, Hyperledger's Fabric, and BigChain DB all being supported. And finally, we have the Leviathan trust layer. Now this, of course, is again based on the heterogeneous consensus graph algorithm of trusted technology. The aim is to elect more secure and more efficient supernodes and to distribute smart contract programs, all while working to increase efficiency. All of this comes together to allow Trias to support all platform native applications with zero reconstruction or migration necessary, as well as supporting complex smart contracts. Trias nodes act in one of three ways. There are the verifier nodes who continually examine the trustworthiness of surrounding nodes. And then we have the router nodes who collect the verified data from the verifiers and give it out to their peers using the gossip protocol. And then we have the executors, who are actually the ones who execute the applications. The Trias token is the native currency in the Trias network. Tri, as it's called, will be used to facilitate transactions and additionally as a reward mechanism for those who are actually running the nodes. Now that is an interesting pile of technology coming together to make a very interesting application here in terms of a DAG. Now in terms of the roadmap, Trias has been in development for actually a really long time, as this is a project which started all the way back in 2017, and they have been attracting a lot of interest even throughout the bear market. So most technical roadmap features have actually been achieved already, and the mainnet, version 1 anyway, is scheduled to be launching this quarter. Then, of course, we need builders, which leads me to my concerns about Trias. There are not many big partners yet outside of, the VC funds like Neo Global Capital, which is great, and Octa Innovations, which is kind of actually linked to the team themselves, although there have been a few big announcements recently, like the strategic cooperation with Chongren government, in which Trias will be applying their blockchain technology in the transformation of the power industry of Jiangxi province in China. Now that is pretty cool for sure, but we will certainly need to see more partners actually coming through to make a really high value project here. We will also, of course, need to see a really clear strategy for attracting developers in order to take Trias to the next level. However, as the mainnet does actually roll out, the team is shifting their priority to focus on new channels for onboarding new users for the Trias chain. You can also add into all of this that competition is getting incredibly fierce in the crypto world with lots of different DAGs and lots of different blockchains out there already. Trias is going to really need to work in order to stand out from the crowd. Now, Trias is doing an IEO on KuCoin for about 4% of the total token supply on the 13th of May, and they'll be doing an IEO on ChainX on May 14th for 2% of the total token supply. As always, though, do be careful if you miss the IEO and you actually want to get involved in the project, as listing day hype tends to send prices flying. Overall, what Trias is presenting here is a very high-level DAG that will provide massive scalability for enterprises, while at the same time trying to meet them where they are in terms of the systems that they're already using. And if it can define itself from the crowd, then it should perform very well over time. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis as always, guys. I think Trias is a super interesting project, but you let me know what you think about it down below in the comment section. As always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate the time you take out of your day to come over here and check these videos out. And if you did enjoy it, leave a thumbs up on it. You can always subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.